featuring four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty, the golden voice of Neal Ruhl, and the iconic Terry Foster. Sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty. T-Boss is off. We'll get him back in the fold tomorrow. You know we got Spencer Rackster, one half of the Woodward heavyweights. We got our guy, JB Smooth, with an F on the end, not a V. He's too refined for a V. He's got an F on the end. He's looking clean. He's got that teal Jaden Ivey jersey on. You're bringing some heat today, JB Smooth.
Oh, you know I am, man. I had to. Pistons play tonight. Just got to.
Absolutely.
The shirt matches his beats coming in from Bray.
Yeah.
You know, you can always tell. You can always tell what's going on. So something to be excited about. Although I look right in the chat thread to start, Neal.
Yes.
Louis Sam says, I don't know if people can relate to this, but I chuckle. He said, I can't remember when I was happy in October last time. You know, so it's a little tough around here, but it's getting better. Wings are going at it tonight against New Jersey down at LCA. Alex Nedeljkovic will start his first game at home tonight, so we will see. We will see. Got champions in the house. Antoine Opino and the boys from BCFC will be down there taking it in. Little after-season celebration. So here we go. We're off. There are some things, like you catch the Pistons on TV. There's things going on. Oh, yeah, and then there's a game going on in Ann Arbor this weekend.
Absolutely there is, which not a lot of people have been discussing, I don't feel like, but that your Spartans contributing are the main contributing factor to that, Spencer. I'm sorry to bring that up.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's probably going to be ugly. I'm not excited for it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting into, but they're going to be a game. They're going to be playing football, so there's that. Yeah. I'm not feeling too happy about it.
Yeah, but you've been resigned to this fate of different things, and the one thing about you is you've been forthcoming about it, right? So I don't think this is going to hurt extra.
No.
You're gonna put your hand in the fire again, and you're going to get burned, and you're going to pull it out, right? But
yeah,
you're well prepared.
Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. I said before the season we were going to lose to Michigan, and I still expect us to, but it could get ugly.
Do you
really
think
could.
this is the sentiment across Sparty Nation?
I think so, yes. I think everybody...
You guys are resigned to your fate.
We are resigned. We know where we are. We know what kind of team this is. Obviously, we hope it doesn't happen. We hope they go out there and perform. But Spartan Nation is not too confident in this one. I'll say that.
They're not feeling it.
No.
All right, I got you. But look, we're going to get into the game and all that kind of stuff as well. But I happy to have you all along. Get in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jump in there. Get us your thoughts as far as what's going on. AC says, Mr. Ruhl, sir, Michigan is beatable. We are. We're gonna get everybody. Hold up. I gotta pull the leash back right now. Everybody, hold up. We're gonna get there. Okay. I do have to make an admission last night. Now, usually, I don't want to say I'm smarter because I don't usually consume games like Chicago, New England. But the Lions angle, the line of Lions commonality kind of got me into that game last night.
Last night's Monday night game had all the makings of a Thursday night game.
Oh, million percent.
Which you are always adamant about Thursday nights. I ain't going to tune into that. They're going to try to make me watch. But this Monday night, why did you give me the reason why you tuned in, though?
Again, kind of the commonality of the Lions, right, in that they played the Patriots. They'll play the Bears a couple of times. I just kind of wanted to see where the Bears stacked up. And for this reason, too, because in the back of my mind, and I texted you guys this, too, to come clean before, I have this feeling about Justin Fields that when I'm watching, I see a lot of Jalen Hurts vibes to Justin Fields. And I think that they're very similar. And I know right away, so you guys go ahead and fire away. Oh, he sucks, he blows, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead. It's just the quarterback that can make something out of nothing. When a play breaks down, when you have maybe one of the worst receiving corps in the National Football League, which I think the Bears are in that discussion.
Yes.
when you can finagle a first down out of 3rd and 7 because you can extend a play and make something happen. Justin Fields, he's got that juice when he runs a football, man.
He does. Like you said, he can break. If a play breaks down, he can make something out of nothing. He can go out there and make things happen. So that is impressive to watch in itself. But his leadership is another thing that I look at. He does command the huddle. He does command respect from the guys he plays with, so you like to see that. But when's the last time Detroit has had a quarterback that can, when the pocket's collapsing, break out of it,
Never.
make something happen? Never. And that is just
Bobby Lane?
another dimension that defenses have to prepare for. Another dimension of his game that defenses have to account for.
See, I use and you use Jalen Hurts, and I think that's sort of where he's evolving into Lamar Jackson or whatever, but I always compare him to Kyler Murray. And you always bring up, but Justin Fields has a bit of a dog in him.
Right.
And I agree to that. I see the progression, not only this year, but slowly but surely, Justin Fields getting better and better. Kyler Murray's sort of the same way. The one thing that worries me as a Detroit Lion, but looking if you're a fan of Justin Fields, is the fact that when he's not thinking and playing and just playing football and reacting, to me, he's a great football player. I think that's a lot of the stuff we saw at Ohio State. And it's all the things that you guys were talking about extending plays, making plays with the receiving core. That is at the bottom of the league, too. So I think he's getting better and better. He's climbing more towards where Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts, he's the one that flipped my view of him where I said, okay, the one thing that I got from at the end of yesterday's game watching is Mac Jones is not it. Bailey Zappi's not it.
See, he went to the playoffs last.
I get it, but there's just something there that I don't see. And look at what the Chicago did. Now, my question to you was: so is Chicago your front runner to win this division over Minnesota?
Let's not get crazy.
Okay,
but
but if we see the improvement out of Fields, you're talking about leadership, right? Commanding the huddle, all these different things. You go back to what you first said, Neal, and you turned it on because Detroit had played New England and what New England had done to Detroit, and then you watched what Chicago came in and did. That you got to turn that TV off last night, going, "Ooh, it could be some a little tougher sailing than we thought against the Bears this year."
Rack in our WoodwardSports.com chat thread says, I'm with you on this, Neal. Last night it looked like something finally clicked for Fields. Looked like he was finally saying F it and started having fun and was making plays. And look, I'll go back to it too. What happened last night for the Bears, and this is where you guys know this, like I don't get lost in the sauce and get caught up in everything. They were 6 of 8 at one stretch on 3rd down conversions, and all of them were 3rd and 6 and longer. You can't make a living like that in this league. Like that's not something that's sustainable. But at the same time, he has the ability to do that. And look, you can say what you want about Justin Fields, and you can say what you want about Jared Goff, but here's the one absolute that you cannot argue. Jared Goff doesn't have that in the toolbox to when it's 3rd and 7 and all the receivers are covered. And Justin Fields, I don't know if it's because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because we don't realize how big he is, number one, I think. But number two, he doesn't have that sleek look running like Lamar Jackson does. Yes. You know what I'm saying? That athletic look. But when you look up on that screen, he's stretching away from the linebackers. Like linebackers. Mm-hmm. Never mind the linemen. He's running away from linebackers all the time. Dude's legit, man. He
is impressive, and that's why I like the Jalen Hurts comparison because they're similar body types. They're similar size, similar styles.
Similar, throws, too. I think Hurts has a little more arm strength. Fields throws some wobblers, but damn it, they get to the mark, man.
But is there something to it that isn't Justin Fields like one of those football players or one of those athletes that we really don't know? Right?
Yeah.
So we don't know, personally or whatever. There's sort of like this, not cloud, but we really don't understand him, so we don't see what his motivation is. Like, that's why it's interesting where you see that development. And you see, like we always talked about Chicago and not putting him in the right position. Maybe he's in the right position now with the right coaching because the eyeball test
See,
tells me
I don't even know
improved.
that, D-Mac, because it's always 3rd and 8 for them. Mm-hmm. Always. But, I mean, it's really weird, too, because Montgomery and Herbert are sledgehammers, man. Why is it always 3rd and 8? Why are they always throwing on first down? Like, I don't know that the coaching staff is right for the Bears. I don't know that the play calling's right for the Bears.
No, but the coaching staff or the quarterback coach or whatever it is seems more that they're getting to Fields, right? Like he's hearing what they're asking.
See, I think
him.
he's just above it. Like, I just think he's good. And I got to raise my hand and say full disclosure. I was wrong. I am prepared to say this. I was wrong about Justin Fields.
Wait, you're so prepared to say that. Do you want to bring up the blasphemy that you brought up before?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I will. Hold on right quick. Mike G. Neal looks like he's ready to serve in volley with that pink Agassi shirt. I have a pair of Agassi throwbacks. And they're smooth,
Hell
man. Yeah. They are absolutely smooth. Robert Closia, Lions caveat. It ain't so easy selecting a young quarterback, ask Bill Belichick. And yeah, like the Zappy hour, and you guys know I'm a Zappy apologist. You guys know that. I loved him. That was a get right during bowl season last year. Bailey Zappi's over yardage in the bowl game. That was a get right.
Or something like that.
It didn't matter.
Slinging around the yard.
It didn't matter what the number was. But old Bailey Zappi, he came in. You talk about somebody who struggles throwing a deep ball.
Yeah.
Did you see some of those lollipops he tossed up there?
Those were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty ugly.
So, it's not as simple. Grim Father says, it's coaching, exclamation point. Galloping Lake 6, Fields will be injured and out of football in 3 years. I mean, and look, that could be the case. Could be the case with anybody. To go back to D-Mac's point, and this is going to sound crazy, and this is going to sound very off-brand for me. With the whole, and we saw this on Sunday with the Lions Cowboys, with Penei Sewell and Micah Parsons. And when they locked up, who won the war? When
Penei Sewell. He had him in a phone booth.
When Parsons lined up over Sewell, who won the war? Penei Sewell. The judges unanimously decided that it was Penei Sewell. So for me, that was a little bit of vindication, because you guys know I'm a Sewell truther. I'm a big Sewell guy. I did think there was a little too much sizzle about Micah Parsons. He's great, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But he's not this demigod. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not
Lawrence Taylor 2.0.
Like he ain't that. He's great, don't get me wrong. He's very, very good, but he's not this holier than thou thing. He can't be neutralized with a dog like Penei Sewell.
Yeah, but how many dogs are out there?
Not many.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you got to go against a dog 4 times a year, you got 14 times you're not. So he is that guy.
Yeah, and that's where the old line. Samuel Jackson, I forget which movie he said it in, but it's a great line.
On a plane.
Yeah, you're gonna
not that one.
You gonna keep sending in a mouse into the snake pit, or you're gonna get your own snake? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's Penei Sewell is that dude.
Black Snake Moan.
Yeah. No, but you know what? I am Team Sewell over Parsons. I am. Like, if we could redo it right now, I'm still Team Sewell over Parsons. Okay, that might not be the popular opinion. That might not be the majority opinion. That's as D-Mac would say, my venerable friend D-Mac. That's my truth.
I'm enjoying your truth now.
That's my truth.
What else is your truth?
So I'll say this, and you guys are going to hammer me for this, and that's fine. I got broad shoulders. I can deal with it. If you lined up Justin Fields with Sewell, I would do a double take on it and think about it. Why, you say? Why? Because, all right, hold on. Give everybody a second here to get really, really shocked and pissed. Okay, now here's why. Because with the Bears and the coaching staff that we talked about and that receiving core that we talked about, they got hope, because it's when it's 3rd and 7 and the play doesn't work, you got a guy that can make the play work. I would love to have that hope. I would love to have that in the most important position in sports, when everything breaks down, a guy that can make the play. I'm tantalized by that hope. I am.
See, I sit over here and go, well, you take one out and then you put another in, and you take one out and then you put another in. So the object is what if Mr. Brad Holmes is as good as you say it is, he's going to cover these needs over different drafts or find the right guy to put there. Because I think back, because that's great. But then, in 3 years or whatever, you don't have a guy like Sewell protecting Justin Fields, and that it won't matter. Because in the NFL, where the pressure is that when these guys stand up on the back and you don't have that solidity of the offensive line. I see what you're saying because you're, I guess because you're more sold than I am, but I still think that
I know, and guys,
Sewell,
I
get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying, though.
But here's the faith that I hold to, as I still have the clock and everything else like that, is that eventually we will have that guy back there.
Okay, and I agree with you because obviously I'm in too. Now, everybody calm down, and I know people are saying you're drunk and stuff like that. No, I get what you guys are saying. They are not equal as of right now, but the ceiling of Fields really, really intrigues me. And I have to come clean because I totally dismissed this man on draft night. I totally dismissed him watching him earlier in the year. And there's just something about it. What happened last night, 3rd and 6, 8 times, you convert 6 of them, that's not sustainable.
And here's the thing, right, when we're going to talk about the truth, who did he do it against last night? Because if we come off of sitting here licking our little paws,
the team that beat your team 29 to...
But it was Bill Belichick, and he does it to everybody. No, Justin Fields.
Yeah, he didn't do it to them. He didn't do it to Justin Fields.
That's what I'm saying.
And that is a hill I will die on.
So
he didn't do it to Justin Fields.
There's some fuel for your argument, right? That feeds in your argument because he went in there and no matter what, he did it with Justin Fields. So whether you do it with Justin Fields, whether you do it with Dan Campbell, hopefully, whatever else, you're going to get a free shirt at Big Frog, Free
ribbit.
T-shirts, ribbit, all month long. That's right. Free Woodward Sports T-shirts, Big Frog, and Novi. All you got to do is stop in, tell them we sent you. They'll print you one up, boom, on the spot. Big Frog Novi. Get your free T-shirt today or visit them online, bigfrog.com/Novi. Tell them, Big D Energy, we sent you.
Woodward Sports is giving you another chance to sit front row, this time at the Detroit versus Green Bay game. Think you have the best Dan Campbell impression?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Can you say man with the best of them?
I got it. Here's what I need, man. I need you to trust me. I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. I swear to you.
Can you say, let's go for it on 4th down?
Man, I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man.
Are you a master motivator?
That's all I think about is you guys.
Show us in a video. Record your best Dan Campbell impression and post the video on Twitter or Instagram using #WoodwardFrontRow. We'll select the best 3 impersonations of Motor City Dan Campbell and send you and a guest front row. So knock the dust off the old sweatpants, light some kneecaps, and enter today. And as always, go Lions, man!
I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please.
I don't care if I got 1 toe, 2 butt cheeks, and a rock.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
At Alta Uptime Matters, Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. It's fall. There might be leaves. There might be holds. You might have a bog project coming up. Alta Rent, they got you covered. So call them today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, JB Smooth with an F. I want that out there with an F. Spencer Raxter here on the ones and twos. Happy y'all are with us. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Tap into that like William Turnbull has. Sewell's not even the best right tackle in the division, but Neal would take him over the player who will win Defensive Player of the Year this year if he stays healthy. Darrisaw's the best left tackle in the division. Well, Penei Sewell is a left tackle. playing right tackle because that's how good he is. And oh, by the way, when he locked up again, look, you cannot dispute this. When he locked up with Parsons, who won?
Penny still had him in a phone booth.
That's it. Yeah. That's all. Well, that's all I have to say to you, bro. Like you can tell me what
times they lined up, and the only time that there was pressure was when Goff went deep and rolled.
Yeah, rolled out the other way and all that kind of stuff. Look, William, you can tell me what you think. I'm telling you what we know. That's what we know. That's the data. That's what we saw. Again, tell me what you think. I'll tell you what we know.
Also, Micah Parsons is probably fourth, I would say, in the Defensive Player of the Year race. Right now, it's Matt Judon. Matt Judon's got
that dude.
He got 3.5 sacks last night.
He is crazy.
He's got 9.5 sacks on the year already. The guy's playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
I think after that, it would go Bosa, and J.C. Horn is up there too. That man is one of the best cornerbacks in football already.
So there you have that.
Slay's up there too, honestly.
Real talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, that's what you think. I'm telling you what we know, so that's how I operate. Ronald Stokes says, do you need a gold jacket right tackle to win a Super Bowl? When it's time for the Lions to be in that playoff, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
He will be playing left tackle as well.
Yes.
Like that's the way that's going to work out. So, I don't know. Daryl Richards says, Neal, stop arguing with fools. Now, all takes are, like I said, this all the time, guys. All takes are welcome here. They
Absolutely.
are. If you take the time out of your day to watch the show, even if your opinion doesn't line up with mine or D-Max or whatever, I'll read it. I will.
Is Brandon Katz not the poster child for the tweets of some we agree with, some we don't agree with, some are way out there, and some are dead on. So I mean, enjoy your truth. Let us enjoy your truth. That's all it is. What you believe. Trying to give you more information. That's Sam Plano, who's out there, I don't know, on his peyote honeymoon or whatever he's doing in Arizona, says with new information, I could change my opinion.
Reserve the right to change your opinion.
He's not here on a Michigan State week.
Yeah.
That's sort of weird.
I know. Second hour of the show, we're going to get into that. I'm going to take some time on the Red Wings tonight as well. Second hour of the show, we'll get to all of that. We've got the Nickle packages coming up for you, the reactionary, the NFL, the college. Also, Lions, Dolphins this weekend. I did want to touch on the defense, though, because, and oh, by the way, for Mr. Tom Mazaway, I heard an interview with Dan Campbell this morning, who did bring up the fact. He's like, why would I put one of my timeouts in jeopardy for a half a yard when it's first down and goal, and I'm just going to give it to Jamal Williams anyway.
Yeah. Regardless.
Yeah, but you're acting like that's the end-all, be-all in the coaching world. Did somebody ask another coach? Like maybe.
You could ask all the coaches. They're all going to do that.
Like a bunch of the coaches of different ilk.
Yeah.
Football, love different levels. Would you do it or do you not?
Are you gonna put a timeout in jeopardy for a half a yard when it's first and goal at the one? I can do that data for you. All 30-plus coaches would say absolutely not.
Okay. I would be with them with that, but just trying to be fair.
Yeah. What about the defense? Because I see bus driver on WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Dolphins will slaughter the Lions, and I'm a Tua truther too. You guys know that. Maybe what?
No, yes, truther's a little loose.
Apologist?
You're a Tua fanatic.
Simp?
Simp fanatic. Somewhere.
No, I'm weird. I like quarterbacks that win 70% of the games that they start.
The offense, that Miami offense does look leagues better when Tua's at the helm.
It cooks.
Yeah.
Again, it cooks. See, this is kind of like that Monday night game last night was kind of my awakening and my tilt to it. You guys know how I feel about Tua. I do like Lamar Jackson. Some of the shine is off him a little bit, per se. But again, I'm becoming converted quickly on Justin Fields as well. You got to have a quarterback, man. You do. And for what we saw, because this
well, you nailed it, Neal. Right? This ain't 70% or whatever like this in 10-game stretch.
No,
this is
since he set foot in the National Football League.
So if the object is, and it's a wins losses league, right? When doesn't matter, take the name out of it. right? Put the percentage of winning percentage behind him, right? Forget his name's Tua Tagovailoa, he's a left-hander and whatever else. When you put quarterbacks up there, who are you gonna pick with their winning percentage? That's where it goes. Whatever reason, finds a way to get it done. Just like we're talking about Justin Fields. You know, when the play breaks down and it's 3rd and 6, 7, 8, you still got a chance for the first down. Right? Winning's winning. That's what it is. It's a bottom line league. So bottom line, he's one of the best at it in the league, regardless of how he gets it done. And coming into, yes, I look at with his accuracy, with his weapons in Tyreek Hill, right? Waddle on the other side, different things. They can put the ball in the air. Now, have we gotten better with Jerry Jacobs in the backfield, with Kaminsky, with Pascal, with the way Okuda's played, right? The one thing that I'd like to hear is, remember the interviews we used to hear about Jeff Okuda where he was like, oh, I'm a corner. Well, they played him like a hybrid safety corner, something that he was really, really effective in the run, and they used that. So Detroit, the high spot to me was the defense in finally seeing, oh, okay, this is what Dan Campbell was talking about in Hard Knocks when he said we might have a defense. Just took us 5 weeks, 6 weeks to figure it out and to see that. So to me with Miami is too, they know how to score. They know how to win. When it comes down to it, if the game's close, you don't want to be against a guy that knows how to pull it out at 70%. So here's the good thing, right? I would go opposite of the ball because Miami's defense isn't all that, and the fact that if your defense has to show you get guys acceptable, and you're at home, right? 10 quarters and not scoring a touchdown, that's just not going to be acceptable. You got to be looking to put 30 points up on this Miami defense.
Yeah, there is no escape with that this year. There is no escape. Or excuse me, this week. There is no escape with that. You're going to have to score points. Like, bottom line in the story, you have to. And so, for me with it, it does come back defensively. Grim Father on our WoodwardSports.com chat thread says Dolphins don't have kneecaps. That's a problem.
Hey, we got some breaking news that it's perfect. We can lead into the next segment with the Tigers just hired a new GM.
Oh, really?
They brought somebody in to help out Scott Harris. Yeah, we got Rogelio sitting on standby, ready to go. We can bring him in right after this break.
Okay, let's do it because I did want to touch on the Tigers today.
Yes.
So that is good timing. So a new GM for them. And we'll come back to the Lions discussion. It's just the question was going to be, did Sunday do anything for you? Because you're going to have to get stops this weekend. Like you just are. That ain't Dak Prescott over there, which I know is uncomfortable for everybody. They're not used to that yet, to say that Tua is a weapon. But he is, everybody. He is. Puts that ball in the breadbasket, man. Every single time, dude.
It's facts. I mean, what do you want?
So it is. It's going to be an issue. When we come back, we'll get Rogelio in here. We got some breaking Tigers news that we will get into. They have hired a GM. We'll discuss some of the other moves as well. I'm way more bullish on the Tigers than I thought I was going to be. Not for next year. So when Adam Baydoun's on the morning show, if he's trying to tell you they're going to go to the playoffs, don't listen to him. All right? Don't listen to him.
No, but what you're pretty much telling me is when the Mother Hubbard, the cupboard is bare, you're telling me, hey, D-Mac, looks like they might be pulling up some Kroger trucks in front of
they're
your
changing the way they go about things.
Absolutely. It ain't a shoe no more.
They're changing the way they're going about things. So we're going to discuss all that. Our guy Rogelio will be in studio. Let me talk about the SMA, the sports marketing agency. They help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. They got a new podcast out now called This is the S Word. It addresses the stigma of seeking help for mental health issues. If you are struggling, if somebody you know is struggling, go to thesportsma.com. Again, thesportsma.com, the sports marketing agency. They're here to help.
The biggest rivalry in the state is almost here. That means one thing, the biggest tailgate party in the state. Join Woodward Sports for our tailgate takeover before the U of M versus State game on October 29th. Will Harbaugh and the boys pull out the win? Or is Tuck still coming? We will find out at the Big House. Michigan legend Braylon Edwards will be handing out food, prizes, and much more. So no matter what team you root for, come party with the network that does it best. The Woodward Sports Network. The Tailgate Takeover, powered by Custom Health Centers, Syntron, and Planet Fitness.
Woodward Sports, you see the name!
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Rogelio and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Spencer for the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it, you've heard of it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. 2 different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play as well as private lane reservation for $120 if you get thirsty. They have a $2 mystery beer vending machine as long as multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you come check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren, McCarty, JB Smooth with an F, Spencer Raxter, as well as some breaking Tigers news. Scott Harris has hired a GM, and right now, to talk about it, we're going to our guy here, the famed Rogelio Castillo of Woodward Tigers, to name a few, or to name one of many. Rogelio's as deep as there is out there in the baseball community. He is our guy, and Rogelio, I like this. Rob Metzler, named GM by Scott Harris. He was the Tampa Bay Rays Senior Director of Amateur Scouting. Okay. Hey.
Now, from my understanding, he is the guy that's been in charge of the Rays draft pick for the past...
It looks like, I mean, the last few seasons he's been running their prospects a little bit with their drafting. And this is a team, by the way, that in 2022, 5 of their, I believe it's 4 or 5 minor league teams won a championship. That's how good the Rays system is. And they use what I like the most. They use their prospects for currency to get trades, and it's a big win-win-win. This is a guy who's responsible for drafting Shane McClanahan, Nathaniel Lowe, Joe Ryan, Taylor Wells, and their farm system's stacked every single year. So this is a huge win. I mean, he's going to be in charge of all the scouting. Tigers needed a scouting overhaul so bad, and this is the right man for it.
And look, Rogelio, my initial gut reaction is to say, what the hell took so long? But to back it up, we came into this show today with the intention of, I really liked what Scott Harris was doing. Now, when I say that, when you come in and you gas scouting directors and things like that have been here forever, and look, let's be real about it. I'll be real about it. The Tigers minor league system has largely been trash since Lou Whitaker and Alan Trammell. Largely. That's a fair statement.
Yes.
I don't care who you are. That's a fair statement to make. Now, with that being said, I said the only way through all of this, because D-Mac and we've had this discussion many, many times. You've heard me melt down about it before, where the cupboard's empty, there's no one else coming, there's no one left to save you. So the only way out of that, as you had it currently constructed, was to be like Spenmo at Saturday night on an 8-mile establishment and just go make it rain. That was it. You could go in free agency and go make it rain. That was the only way that you were going to get anywhere. Or you could do what Scott Harris has done. You get rid of all these people in the scouting department where your minor league system's been trashed for years, and go get the dudes. And the dudes are guys like Rob Metzler with the Tampa Bay Rays, who have a $37 million payroll and go to the playoffs every year. That don't go get $30 million a year starting pitchers. Instead, they have openers, and they do ish a different way. I like it because there was one of two ways that you could do this. You make it rain in free agency, or you blow up your scouting department, and you go get these guys.
Yeah, but reality to the situation with what we were dealing with Chris Ilitch specifically, you're talking about Mike Ilitch thing, throwing money at it. Chris Ilitch wasn't going to do that, so it was so imperative that the Scott Harris hire, no matter what it is, was the most important. Because when I sent you the text yesterday, and I don't know the gentleman's name, I apologize. He's been with the Tigers since 2004, the head of their scouts, but he got axed. And Scott Harris is out here with samurai swords whacking guys that have been around. Like, if I hear guys in the organization since 2004, I mean, it reminds me of the Red Wings and Kenny Holland. You know, the tenure
at the end.
What?
At the end.
At the end, get the different guys out. So the fact that we're bringing in, then you look at from where he came from, right? The Tampa Bay organization. We name the stats or whatever. So the fact that you got the right guy in charge, and you mentioned this before the show, right? The truth is that, thank goodness, and I don't care if Steve Eisman made the hire, Chris Ilitch to whatever, the fact that the way that things played out is Chris Ilitch at the top allowed this to play out the way that it is because he's put the right guy in charge. What does this show me? It doesn't show me any results, but it shows me putting people in the right position, and Scott Harris is doing that. Like you said, history don't mean anything. This is his regime. Let's go.
And Rogelio, and we're talking to Rogelio Castillo here of Woodward Tigers in the house. The thing where it makes me buy in is there was a shift of philosophy, and that's very clear.
That's very clear. And David Chad, the gentleman you're referring to, Darren, was out of date. He was, and there was a kind of, you could sense it just talking to people throughout the year. There was two sides of the Tigers were trying to go more towards analytics. There's some people that felt a certain way about a prospect, and the old guard was like, nah. This is a change into what they're trying to do now. And, oh, by the way, since he took it over the Rays draft in 2016, the Rays have the 8th most WAR in baseball via the draft. That, to me, is impressive. Because the Tigers, in terms of the draft, I mean, in terms of the draft in the last 25, 30 years for the Tigers, you're talking a WAR that's not even, it's among the bottom tier of the league.
Yeah.
So you have a guy who knows and can take prospects and churn them out and be effective WAR players. We're not asking, Neal, you're not asking for a 6 WAR player. Darren, you're not asking for an all-star. You're asking right now for an average WAR player, which is 2. You just want a 2 WAR player. That, to me, is not too much to ask. They just need some average players from
Rogelio, all I want are guys that play in the majors that aren't 26 making their major league debut. It's very simple. You know, I don't, with all due respect to the Ryan Kreidlers and things like that, that ain't it. It's not. Bottom line. Now, I'm sure he's a fine guy and stuff like that, but we're not talking about character. We're talking about winning games right now. And that's where it's different. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Lions Detroit 35. Why did Neal sound like OJ the Juice Man? Okay, because that's what I was doing. The bars are low key, right, Spence?
They are. They sneak out.
Yeah, the bars are low key.
Some people don't catch them.
No, but some people do.
So let me ask this question to Raj, right? Because you're the one that I just laughed, like the poor guy. Poor guy having to sit through all those games down there. But now, because you cover him, right? You cover him through the whole organization and everything. So if anybody has a finger on the pulse or to the fact of it being outdated, how do you feel, like personally? Like, is this a legitimate change that is going to be made? And what does this mean? As a Tigers fan who has checked out, that wants to check back in, what's the process that Scott Harris? Obviously, this is, we're moving the rocks down the road, but like, I'm just looking for the vibe, or for you.
Well, you speak of rocks. This is a guy who's going to leave no stone unturned for talent. Yesterday, I just saw that the Tigers are scouting in Taiwan for a Taiwanese pitcher. Again,
thank you.
So
when are we getting in the international party, by the way? You got the Phillies in the World Series with 2 international signings. You got the Astros with Jose Altuve, who they paid $15,000 to when he was like 16 years. Like, when are we getting involved with this?
And their pitching staff, by the way, Valdez cost them like $5,000. I mean, the pitching staff is all by international guys.
Yeah.
All homegrown talent. I'm excited about this because you have a guy who's, I believe, his degrees in physics. I mean, we're talking guys who are not going to be the old school, that belly over the belt. I mean, I can't talk myself, but just it's going to be a different change of philosophy. And I saw that last year with some of the prospects. We saw some of the Bo Briskys, all those, them changing Garrett Hill's mechanics to make him more effective. There's some things in place already, but you bring in Harris, and with this hire, you bring in somebody else who's going to find diamonds in the rough more often than not. And the Tigers have struggled with that.
Struggled?
Diamond in the rough.
They have none.
Okay, they can't find the tractor. Yeah. The tractor on top of the hay pile.
Yeah. But I'm being for real here, and this is no BS, man. You could literally throw a dart at a dartboard and have more hits in the draft than they have.
Yeah.
For real.
No, you're right. I mean, Cole Keefe right now, who's in Arizona, is one of their top prospects. He's under 21. They actually have some talent under 21. For the first time in my entire lifetime, I can actually say that. It's no longer the Borowski days. I mean, of course, the Borowskis get to the World Series. I understand it, but it's not 20, like you mentioned earlier, 25, 26-year-olds making it to the show. You have guys that are actually producing at a younger age, and that to me is a good sign. Now with this, it just makes it makes your mouth water as a baseball fan, because you have somebody who has done this and has a track record, a proven track record.
Somebody who has let's just cut the shit. Somebody who has a clue.
There we go.
A clue of how the Major League Baseball draft works. A clue. Who's done it. Like, God, man. And again, I have to say this to Chris Ilitch, too. Like, I've been very critical on this microphone, but I have to say props to you. And I apologize because I didn't think that you would go in this direction. I said either you got to blow it out with free agency or you got to blow your scouting department out. It's either or. It'd be cool if you did both, but there has to be a path. There's a path now. Through all these meltdowns that we had this year, I am appeased now.
You have.
I have a zen akin to what I talked about opening night with the Red Wings.
Yep.
I'm good with it. I'm good with this season. It's kind of a free roll now. And that's the flip side of this coin that sucks, is now you're looking at 5 years before a Major League Baseball draft bears fruit.
But here's the thing. No, to your point, right? What we're seeing, and let's go with the Red Wings, right? Because you have an NHL team, added NHL players. You got to get a couple of the draft to get people to turn their heads here. But that's what we want in our Tigers down at Comerica Park, right, Neal? Where Rogelio has to go and watch every game. He says we want a feel proud of a ball team that is, like you said, just average. Like, just has Major League to go in. Hey, look at our Tigers. We got Major League Baseball players.
Yeah, to not be mathematically eliminated by the 4th of July. Really, you got a couple seconds, man. I want to squeeze one more segment out with
absolutely.
you. You got anywhere to be? You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Awesome, guys. You know what? Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, 168 them all through this great country, and you got to get in there not only for an award-winning haircut experience, but to register for a once-in-a-lifetime chance, yes, for your mortgage of $200,000. Yes, $200K. You heard me right. So get into a Lady Jane's today. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Tell them Big D Energy, we sent you.
Woodward Sports is giving you another chance to sit front row, this time at the Detroit versus Green Bay game. Think you have the best Dan Campbell impression?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Can you say man with the best of them?
I got it. Here's what I need, man. I need you to trust me. I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. I swear to you.
Can you say, let's go for it on 4th down?
Man, I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man.
Are you a master motivator?
That's all I think about is you guys.
Show us in a video. Record your best Dan Campbell impression and post the video on Twitter or Instagram using hashtag #WoodwardFrontRow. We'll select the best 3 impersonations of Motor City Dan Campbell and send you and a guest front row. So knock the dust off the old sweatpants, light some kneecaps, and enter today. And as always, go Lions, man.
I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please.
I don't care if I got one toe, 2 butt cheeks, and a rock.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Thursday, October 27th, join the Ermanni and Edwards with Maz show live in Dearborn. Braylon will be doing a meet and greet after the show at 4:30, and stick around for Trunk or Treat in the Keller Williams parking lot. Food trucks, costumes, and more, all from Mike Phillips and his wonderful staff at Keller Williams. Mike Phillips, game on.
That's Mike Phillips, not Wilson
Not
Phillips,
Wilson
everybody.
Phillips, no.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty.
Not Phillips Adina.
JP Smooth with an F. We got Spencer Raxter in the building. Breaking Detroit Tigers news. Scott Harris has hired his GM. It is Rob Metzler, the former now Senior Director of Amateur Scouting for the Tampa Bay Rays. Let that sink in for a second. So for those of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread that are saying, great, another Matt Patricia type. Well, think of it as a Matt Patricia type, except good, has performed, has dominated his craft. So that's where it's different. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Paul Thomas. Is there a Woodward Sports system we can follow? Lions lose, blame head coach. Michigan State loses, don't ever blame head coach. Well, the flaw in your equation there, Paul, is Michigan State has double-digit win season, wins New Year's Six Bowl with same coach. That's what's different. It's there. So, that's how that stuff works. But we are talking to our guy, Rogelio Castillo. Follow him on Twitter at RojCastBaseball, part of the Woodward Tigers crew. And we're picking his brain right now and getting his thoughts on everything that is going on with this. I love it. It's something that I called for. I love the way guys who have been around since 2004 have gotten gassed and perform or don't. That's just it. Perform or don't. Clearly they weren't. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Casino C. Get Trammell and Sweet Lou to come in and help. See, Casino, this is the opposite of that. This is what I like. Because I look around, Raj, and I see the Tampa Bay Rays competing. Largely, I see the Twins competing for the most part. And if you're an owner and you're not, look, and a lot of Dave Dombrowski comments, it's apparent that they're not going to go that route. So instead of spinning your wheels in perpetuity forever, like I called for, you got to overhaul that scouting staff. And Rogelio, this is a new day. It'll be a new way of operation for the Tigers.
And to be fair to Alan Trammell does go. I've seen him in Erie, Toledo. I've seen him at Lakeland this year. He goes everywhere, does a great job instructing these guys and giving them proper instruction. But to what you're saying, Neal, this is a fantastic hire. The Matt Patricia comparison is ludicrous to me because Matt Patricia came in.
Wasn't he a coach?
And it was a coach too, but also at the same time, just because he's smart, because they both have advanced degrees, that's where I think the comparison is, but it stops right there. This guy has been able to take a low payroll, the minors, the way the Rays are, and churn them out prospects left and right. And this is a great hire.
You know what it is? What I want to hear from you is that word on the street. The one about, hey, Tigers scouts are notoriously known for leaving the game after the third inning and watching the game on the phone and not getting the field. So when you come to me and you say, hey, dude, I've seeing these guys and these news guys, whoever about it, are all in, because I'm assuming that's what the Rays do, right? And the fact that you telling me that a country that I haven't, we've we ever had a gentleman from Taiwan play on our team before?
Yeah, so Fute Ni, that was the last player from Taiwan.
I remember him.
Yeah, Fute Ni.
Okay, but you know what? It's this is such an international, worldwide sport, and to be the fact that it seems like the Tigers are one of the last ones of the party.
Oh, right? There's no question.
So now the fact that we're in all the games, at least we have a chance.
Yeah, we're talking about Masao Kia in 1997, who Randy Smith signed, and Hale Nomo as Japanese players. And that's really about it. They haven't really had too many Japanese players in the last 20, 25 years. But even internationally speaking, you're talking Cuban players, the Dominican Republic. Their international talent has not come to fruition, sort of. Ramon Santiago, Omar Infante, Debbie Cruz for Neal.
Senor Doble.
Yeah, Senor Doble. Yeah.
You know who he was? He was the original Jamer Candelario.
Yeah.
He led the league in double. Had 50 doubles one year.
Yeah, but he also struck out a lot.
Yeah, and I kept hearing, you got Davy Cruz at shortstop. Everything's going to be okay. Much the same line I kept hearing about Candelario. Hey, he led the majors in doubles last year.
Or the 5-tooled Juan Encarnacion. That's
those were fun days.
Yeah, those were the fun days. But this is a great opportunity to. I think the Tigers are putting people. I look at Cleveland, for example. Cleveland to me is the gold standard of how to put together a baseball team. They had the 2016 draft, and Chris Brown, my podcast partner, and I have talked about this. They took 3 guys that were in the later rounds and turned them into legit Cy Young pitchers. You talk about like Shane Bieber, it's just they're able to churn out talent. The Oscar Gonzalez guy, that was a guy that the Indians didn't sign, the Guardians didn't sign anybody. They just had everybody come up from Rule 5. So this is a great opportunity for the Tigers to make themselves relevant again.
It always helps too, like when a guy like Jose Ramirez takes like a deep discount to sign long term. I don't know what his agent was thinking, but whatever. Yeah, he did seem happy. But we are talking to Rogelio Castillo, our Woodward Tigers guy. And, D-Mac, you had an interesting question for Rogelio because we touched on this a few minutes ago, but 2 teams, and there's a lot of discussion about Dave Dombrowski, about how he can get you to a point. Rich Diana, Dombrowski's a builder but doesn't do well with maintenance. Ethan Brown says Dombrowski does well for a while but doesn't manage a team in a sustainable way, so you can't keep him forever. I think it's time can we close the book and say that very clearly Dave Dombrowski was not the problem, because he's done this now with multiple organizations over a couple of decades.
We're going to watch him do it again.
He's got another team in the World Series. You can't argue. He's a specialist.
He does it in his formula. He needs more of the dollar. He needs more of the checkbook to do it his way. And to the fact that he's not the maintenance guy. He's the builder. Well, that it only sustains for so long. With what we're talking about here is that a little bit of a payroll, along with the right decisions in drafting. Hence, if they can repeat what they did in the way they drafted in Tampa Bay, then that's what the gold standard is. And then we're not... so Dombrowski's going to come in, he's going to make you better right away. You got your little window, and then you win, and then boom, your organization is pretty much trashed for a bit. That's not what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with something that hopefully is building in stability. And to Roger's fact is that don't worry about the kid drafted in the 26th round, because he might just have a chance, because just like I say, #Weiser playing in hockey, we might be saying it's the Harris plan.
All right, Rogelio, D-Mac's got one more for you, but I do want to ask you this. The international signing business. Who we getting? Come on, here, let's go. We're in there now. Let's go. Let's get in there. Let's get it done. No, I mean, for real, though. Is this viable, though? Is this like bullshit, or is this real? Are they going to start swimming in these waters or no? Because you have to. You have to.
I think right now they have Christian Santana, Roberto Campos. They have a couple guys right now who are doing very well in Lakeland. They kept Lakeland's crew this year. This is the first time in team history that all four teams in minor leagues finished above 500. First time ever. Lakeland had a bunch of...
But the Toledo guys got 26-year-olds out there,
okay, all right. But the Lakeland, the reason why, I was just going to mention, the reason why it's more relevant in Lakeland than anywhere else is all those kids were under the age of 20.
Right.
Okay, this is Campos, talking with Santana, Manuel Sequeira. They have some really young, good talent right now that are impressive, and they're able to. We'll see what they do with West Michigan this year coming up, but that to me is a good sign. What they have coming up on the international side, I know that they still have some room to work with, but right now, this is the first time where I can't predict what Harris is going to do based off he's done before with the Giants. This is nice. My job has not become predictable. I don't have to go, okay, they're going to draft Trey Cruz because the Tigers like picking guys that have some sort of a legacy to their family. And it's not going to be as predictable, but I think what they have right now internationally is the best they've had since Willie Adames and Arvisil Garcia. But yeah. But it's been a while.
Yeah, international signs, man. Jump in it. Let's go.
Yeah.
No, I know I'm being a little obtuse there, I guess you could say. But two teams, D-Mac, that have done well international signing are about to square off this weekend in the World Series.
Couple questions. What'd you think of the drama with Bryce Harper and what the Phillies got going in that atmosphere in baseball? You know, something that obviously would be nice here, but break down the World Series for me. Phillies, Astros. Neal tells me that the Astros have way too much pitching for the Phillies to contend in this, and I think it's more that the Phillies are on this sort of it's in the cards, it's in the universe thing. How does this finals go?
You know, Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler are kind of like the old school in the sense you have your two workhorses. You have two guys that are just built for this kind of moment, and Bryce Harper, if you look at his contract, is a bargain. I mean, if you really think about it.
In retrospect, yeah.
Yeah, and he's been. This is for him. I look. And a lot of people don't like Bryce Harper. I like Bryce Harper because he goes out and plays hard. He's every generic insert baseball stereotype out there, but he's delivered. And you add that plus Kyle Schwarber, who hit a home run almost 500 feet in San Diego. I kind of agree with you, Neal, in terms of like it almost like it's the cosmic forces that are coming together. But then you have Houston. This is a team that's coming together. This is a dynasty. They only have 4 players from their 2017 team on this roster. It's a brand new roster. So with the stupid trash cans and all that stuff, it's not applicable here. We're watching a guy in Justin Verlander, a once in a lifetime generational talent, come to shine. And you have that. Yeah. I mean, it's like they have Houston to me is going to outpitch Philly. It's going to be a good series. I think it'll go to 6 games. I think Houston will lose 1 or 2 games, but I still think Houston's going to win because based off the amount of insane pitching they have.
My favorite storyline of the World Series is Dombrowski because he's just like, I feel like he's just giving everybody the middle finger. He's like, you told me I couldn't sign 3 designated hitters. You told me I couldn't bet Schwarber and lead off. Look what's going on now.
Yeah, suck on that, baby. Yeah. I want him to do WWE or NXT or Darren, what's your favorite federation currently right now? AEW? Okay. I want a promo with
my favorite is ICW, but that's deathmatch, so that would be awesome.
I want a deathmatch style promo with, because Nebraska always has those shades on. He always has like the Macho Man style sunglasses on. I want him to cut a promo and just say, look, and just like, chew some gum and just like, hey, look what I did here. You said my team is not defensive? It sucks defensively. I fired Joe Girardi. Guess what? We're in the World Series.
Bobby the Brain Dombrowski.
Yeah. There we go. Drop the mic and go, because Dave Dombrowski is an artist. I wrote an article about this at Woodward Sports. He is a producer. He is a guy. He went to Philly, the Philly sound, Detroit, Motown sound, Bob Seger, Iggy Pop. He was even a part of the Nashville group to bring baseball to Nashville, the Music City. This guy is a maestro at what he does. So.
No, there's no debating it. There is no debate. Real quickly, WoodwardSports.com chat there. Grim Father says the Tigers have been cheating too themselves. No doubt. You're absolutely right. Rogelio, appreciate you sliding through, man. Thanks for the big update and everything. Hey, you do a lot of work for the minor league stuff. Finally, that'll be appealing to do. Finally, it'll be exciting.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. Rogelio Castillo, our Tigers guy here from Woodward Tigers. Let me tell you about Cintron, the official energy drink of the Red Wings. They've combined all 3 of their delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. You know what? Why wait? Try Cintron's great tasting cranberry, classic, and sugar-free, all-in-one Red Wings themed package. Go to CintronWorld.com/Red Wings.
And get dope like me.
There you go. Get energized with Cintron and let's go Red Wings.
Wednesday, all 3 shows will be live from Planet Fitness in Madison Heights on 18 and Ryan. Come check it out. You can get Lions tickets, Michigan tickets, also maybe a signed jersey by Darren McCarty, or even the man himself, Braylon Edwards, #1 Michigan jersey. Come out, have fun. Member Appreciation Week. We're going to have a great time. Be there or be square.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the Odds Trader Bet Tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to Odds Trader, and best of luck.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Neal Ruhl here for Custom Health Centers. Did you accomplish your weight loss goals over the summer? No? Well, Custom Health Centers can take the willpower out of weight loss, whether you need to lose 20 pounds or 120 pounds. Custom Health Centers will help you do it quickly and safely. Go to customhealthcenters.com or give them a call today, 844-789-THIN. That's 844-789-THIN. It's Custom Health Centers. Pulling up on the second hour of the show, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Big D Energy, Spencer Raxter in the building. We got JB Smooth in the house. That's with an F, of course, in for Sam Flannel, who is getting married. Grim Father, WoodwardSports.com chat there. Braylon's got more commercials than Dak Prescott. Okay.
Only half as many as Baker Mayfield, though.
Oh, man. I love it. Jack Harrington, Big D Energy, best show on this network. I appreciate you, Jack. Thanks, man. Just trying to put on for the city, D-Mac. That's it.
That's all it is. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to get into the Michigan State stuff. I promise you guys a Red Wing segment as well. Let's knock out these nickel packages. We going college? We going pro first, Spencer?
We'll go pro first. We'll go pro first.
All right.
All right, JB, drop me a beat. Let's get this done. Nickel package. First question. Can even the great, the GOAT, Tommy Terrific, Tom Brady come back from the state of the Bucs right now after they lost to Carolina, missing CMC, starting PJ Walker? Can Tom Brady bring the Bucs out of the abyss?
And the Ravens are coming to town on Thursday night, and they're in the same boat. They're in the exact same boat. No. And I've been consistent with this. I'll stay consistent with this. I know that I echo D-Mac's sentiment on this. And look, when it ain't right at home, you can't recover.
And here's the whole thing. He's got nowhere to go because
there's nowhere to go.
Away from home. He bailed on them, and he's not fully committed. And I'm not talking about the 11 days he spent away trying to make this thing right before the season. As a teammate, you're probably like, go do what you need to do, bro. But the fact that you left to go to Robert Kraft's wedding and missed a walkthrough.
I wanted to ask you about that. Real talk.
No, wait. The fact you do that showed you the effort on Mike Evans' catch to really air out.
So that's real.
No, the locker room he's lost. So here's the whole thing.
For real.
Would
that piss you off? Would that piss you off?
You watch, yes. Yes, because you're not about the team at the end of the day. Not the 11 days, not Mr. Training Camp, not everything till we know we'll support you. That's your family away from your family. We all go through tough
And we're not
times.
playing real games. But
right,
now
but
we
now
are.
Or remove yourself and let's put somebody else in there so we can all be in it. But I think that's why it will not come back. And you know what? Because guys, listen, I always say it. I got one feeling left, and a woman owns it. So the fact that Tom Brady being the GOAT or whatever it is, you want to crack a GOAT, you figured out how. But it seeped into the team because if he's kept it his home life, and then when he goes to the ring, that's where his sanctuary is, which it seems like pulling back the curtain, that's what it's been for the past few years. But now Gisele's had enough, right? So now you can't separate it, and you've lost your locker room, Neal. So absolutely not, because he's lost that team.
Yeah.
So, and that's the insider info that I was looking for from you, D-Mac. It's very apparent, too.
It is.
And guys everywhere that played the game are coming out saying the same thing. Second down.
Remember what I always say, right? When the person beside you is more important than you are yourself. Because you know what? You walk into that locker room for that team, no matter how good, bad, right, wrong, you got to check all your personal stuff out and be all about whatever that uniform is and whoever it is beside you.
Real quickly, and this will be the last word on it. Rich Diana says Giselle's pissed that Tom ain't cashing in with Fox. No, he's pissed. He's pissed that Tom chose football over the family.
After these years,
After all these years.
Does anybody not know is that like the Super Bowl was supposed to be it, and then yet he comes back for another, and yet he plays it out.
Yeah.
To me, it tells me that he promised or he made a commitment that she understood. If he would have walked away after winning the Super Bowl, it would have been all hunky-dory.
All right, take it out.
For sure. Next question of the Nickle package. We saw Mac Jones get replaced yesterday for Bailey Zappi. We saw Bailey Zappi run up on the Lions, ran up in the next game. Is this the official Zappy Zane era in New England? Is that what's going to happen?
Is it Zappy hour?
Is it Zappy mania?
No, because I question the ability to throw a deep ball, man. And what do we know here in Detroit? What's the fans' biggest frustration?
Push the ball down the field.
Stretching the field, man. You got to take shots in this day and age. It's a big play league.
Yes.
You got to make big plays. They turn everything. And I don't think, even when he came in to the standing ovation, everybody lost their mind, and he threw that it was a touchdown pass. Remember how that thing looked like an old Jack Trudeau Tecmo Bowl throw, though? Where it goes off the screen and it waits forever to come down, and the guy caught it and had to get up and go back in.
Sound.
That's what it was. He's not the answer. He ain't it. If I had to choose between the two, I got to the playoffs with Mac Jones as a rookie. So,
True.
So obviously it was good enough then. What changed so much?
With probably a worse receiving core than he is this year.
What changed?
They're going to go back and forth to Belichick until the draft when he drafts another one. Because I think he knows he's not the guy, too. But out of those two, I think he might get the opportunity. But I think you'll see different starters. Bill's going to go back and forth. These guys use them as one.
Yeah. Next question of the Nickle package.
Third down.
Who wins the AFC, Buffalo or Kansas City? It's got to be between. They're the two best teams in football. We saw them face off. Buffalo got the best out of them. But if you run that game back 10 times, you probably have a different winner each game. So who do you got winning the AFC when it counts the most?
It's very generic and very stock. Buffalo's going to have the game at home, man.
Yeah.
They're
in
gonna
Buffalo,
win.
too.
Yeah, in Buffalo. They're going to win.
It's going to be a foot of snow on the ground.
I think that these two teams have distinguished themselves, too, from everybody else. There's those two, and then everything else doesn't matter.
The Chargers were the other one that we thought maybe take the step. And
I fell for that one, man.
No, it's these two teams. And
that's it.
And but here's the whole thing with Buffalo. Buffaloing, having home field or whatever else in the weather and stuff, they have to get it done.
Yeah.
How many times did I hear I'm supposed to trust Buffalo's defense more than I trust Kansas City's, but then I've seen them give up, field goals and touchdowns with no time on the clock left. So what do I trust? Do I think that Sean McDermott and the Bills can learn from their past deficiencies, especially against Kansas City, and make it personal? Yeah, because this is the year for Buffalo. And to your point, it's home snow.
They'll have the home game.
Definitely. Next question of the Nickle package is Pete Carroll making a push for Coach of the Year. He's got Geno Smith and the Seahawks humming. I think it's between him and Dable, and they're first in their division. The Seahawks are with Geno Smith.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And the Giants are coming to town this weekend, too. And the Seahawks are favored in the game. He'll never win it because people will be too afraid to vote him as Coach of the Year. But all the Pete Carroll slander that's out there, man, I'm not here for it.
He looks good for 70.
I am not. I've
always thought the oldest coach in the league, and he's just flying around up and down the sideline.
The man looks good for 70 years old. He's like my dad.
Yeah, I've always thought that he was kind of undervalued as a coach. And all he does, man, all he does is deliver. I got mad respect for Pete Carroll. And again, the schedule's lining. Somebody's going to win that game.
That's the opposite
between the Seahawks and the Giants.
There's the opposite locker room to what Tampa Bay has, to whatever else they have in Seattle. And give it to Geno Smith for going on. And it's Geno Smith we're talking about, right? But there's some magic there with K9, with Kenneth Walker, with the way that he's running. That's a team. So they both, if the Giants keep going and for whatever reason win that division, what Dable's done there, I think he has, because it's New York too, right, Neal? That people will generally go that direction.
They'll be too cowardly to give it to Pete Carroll.
But and out of any year that Pete Carroll's coached or whatever, because they won the Super Bowl, they got back or whatever, like this year he's doing it under the radar as far as we don't hear him.
And he made Russell Wilson look like a good quarterback all those years.
This is the best. But this is the best thing about cutting ties and moving on. Like they knew what we are now finding out.
Yeah,
and they're going to be loaded with draft picks this year too.
That's what makes them even smarter than the age and whatever else is the fact that they got out from underneath Russell Wilson.
And if Russell Wilson gets hurt or something like that this year, you could be looking at the Seahawks with a top 5 pick.
Oh, for sure. I think Geno's a lock for comeback player of the year, most improved, whatever they call it.
Real quick, fifth down.
Will Christian McCaffrey push the 49ers into NFC contention?
Yes, because there's a very distinct line between NFC contention and Super Bowl contention.
That's fair.
Those are 2 different townships. 49ers have residency in one of those townships, but they can't afford the taxes in the other one.
That's fair.
That's just the way
so
it is.
he's not coming to town paying that tax that they need to pay?
Yeah,
he's
you're
not worth the tax?
You can't quite afford the real estate in the second township
Christian
there.
McCaffrey.
Even with Christian McCaffrey.
The greatest fantasy player in the history of the last few years.
And then look, I'm not the Garoppolo hater that everybody else is, and Garoppolo has bad moments out there. But with that being said, absolutely. You know what?
Are they your NFC favorite?
Today, if you said, Neal, bet one of the furnaces on it. Yeah, I would take San Francisco. I think
right here, right
coming
now. Out of the NFC.
Right here, right now. Right here, right now. I would. Even with they got cooked in Kansas City. That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter
because it's not applicable. What do you think, D-Mac?
I think that he gets them to the NFC Championship, but I think that there's a lot of tax. To me, is there anything more glaring than supposedly having the greatest or one of the greatest defenses and then getting 40-some thrown up against you? Right? That's got to hurt this week for San Fran. So I got to watch. I'm always watching these games on the weekend and they're telling me something. I want to see how they bounce back more defensively. Jimmy G is what Jimmy G is. If you would think with Kyle Shanahan in the offensive mind, he's going to be
That's part of the reason why I lean towards them being a contender, because Jimmy G is what he is. There's no mystery there.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. You would think with some time, Kyle Shanahan will be able to use Christian McCaffrey as an even bigger weapon, not only for him, but maybe for Debo or whoever's it is who's going to be your prime receiver.
Real quickly, D-Mac, before you tell us about Guardian, we have some breaking news as well. Galloping Lake says, breaking news, the Lions are no longer the worst defense in the NFL. That belongs to the Saints. The Lions are 31st, so...
Saints are the worst defense in the NFL.
See, baby steps. That's not winning. But we are getting there, guys. Guardian Alarm, that is winning because Guardian Alarm keeps you safe and gives you peace of mind no matter where you are. 24/7 local monitoring. Make sure what is safe is important and what is important is safe. So, if you want to be part of the Guardian Alarm, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports family, you can be, but I need you to call 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
JB Smooth rocking that. Teal Ivy in the booth. No more Sam Flannel. So I don't know if he's wearing the flannel for the wedding. We'll have to find out. We'll get pictures. Regardless, give Guardian a call. 1-800.
Stay out. Get out of Sam Flannel's house.
That's exactly on his peyote wedding journey. Guardian Alarm, your local security experts.
His trip to Joshua Tree.
The biggest rivalry in the state is almost here. That means one thing, the biggest tailgate party in the state. Join Woodward Sports for our tailgate takeover before the U of M versus State game on October 29th. Will Harbaugh and the boys pull out the win? Or is Tuck still coming? We will find out at the Big House. Michigan legend Braylon Edwards will be handing out food, prizes, and much more. So no matter what team you root for, come party with the network that does it best. The Woodward Sports Network. The tailgate takeover, powered by Custom Health Centers, Syntron, and Planet Fitness.
Woodward Sports, you see the name!
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the Odds Trader Bet Tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to Odds Trader, and best of luck.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Hey guys, D-Mac here, Woodward front row. Yes, it's our ticket giveaway, and man, this one's a doozy. Win front row tickets to see the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers at Ford Field. To enter, record a video doing your best Dan Campbell impression, man. Post it on Instagram or Twitter with hashtag Woodward front row. Make sure you're following Woodward Sports. We will select 3 winners, and they will each get 2 tickets each to the front row for the Lions-Packers game coming up. The winners will be announced on November the 4th, so make sure you enter today, man.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty here in the house. JB Smooth with an F on the end of it. Spencer Raxter as well. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Appreciate you all tapping into that. Let's get the college football nickel package cooking.
I'm having fun doing these now that Sam's down here. Drop me a beat, JB Smooth. All right, college football nickel package. First question, is Marvin Harrison Jr. the best receiver in college football?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the guy's a monster.
6'4", the pedigree. He's got a couple 3 touchdown games already, as you know intimately, being a Spartans fan.
Yeah, I do. And he's swaggy, too.
And Stroud just closing his eyes and throwing the ball up, and he's coming down. I love that.
It's like Johnny Manziel and Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Just chuck it up there.
In college. Like, does he... Because he's got a presence.
Yes.
100%.
And it's, you know, like, it's something like that. Now, am I out of line? And don't take it to the greatness or whatever, but he's got a dominance in this game like
Calvin John. I knew you were going to say, because physically...
It's the closest thing to reminding me of Georgia Tech or whatever, the dominance when you throw it his way and you
He's coming down with it.
And I look over there and go, oh, there's 2 guys there, but they're not tall enough. That ball's in the air. It's more, you brought up a great point. C.J. Stroud doesn't look. He throws it up. Mm-hmm. He's just got to get that level right. Sort of like Stafford in the end zone. But to me, yes, he is the best, but he reminded me of Calvin, and I'm not the football guy, so I wanted to bring it by.
No,
you, so.
I was going to do that, but I chickened out.
Yeah.
But D-Mac can do it and get away with it, so I figured I'd let D-Mac do it. Yeah, no one's going to question you. They kill me if I say
because I'm talking about athletic dominance and what I've seen.
Yeah, and like I said, the guy's swaggy. He's wearing Apple Watches and Louis Vuitton cleats during games. It's dope. Next question of the college football nickel package. Will we see an undefeated team in the SEC this year? Obviously, Bama's already got the loss. Tennessee versus Georgia this weekend, and then we know what's going down. If Georgia wins, are they going to play Alabama in the SEC championship? What's going on there? I feel like Tennessee has to win for us to see an undefeated team.
Yeah, and Tennessee ain't. Tennessee is not getting through Kentucky coming in there and at Georgia.
Yeah.
Period, end of story. It ain't happening. There's no way. So, I mean, from that standpoint, I think people threw the dirt on Alabama's grave a little prematurely.
What if we have 3 one-loss teams in the SEC?
Yeah, I mean
that hurts your one loss.
Michigan getting
in. Right, that we said all along.
I said it's got to fall right.
Mm-hmm. It's got to fall right, close. You know, overtime. One of those close games where they look at it. But if there's 3 one-loss teams in the SEC, it's just because I don't trust the refs. I don't trust the committee. That's why. Like to do the right thing. We're us as a nation has watched football the whole year and go, those are the 4 best teams. So it'd be nice if Tennessee ran the table, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. Just to Neal's point,
They're not going into Georgia and winning. There's no way. I mean, I saw early spreads. They're like 15-point underdogs already. So
yeah,
they're not pulling that one off.
Yeah,
Easy. It's
tough.
nice to think about, but I think everyone shoveled a little dirt on Alabama's corpse a little bit too soon.
I
there.
agree.
I still think they're done.
So yeah, you're not. I don't think you're going to see an undefeated team. No.
I agree. Next up, can Clemson run the table for a college football playoff spot?
And you know, this is something that we've talked about kind of all season long. And I said, I don't know. I don't trust them. I don't see it. And they've navigated their way.
They're
somehow.
like the Tua of college football. They just find a way to win.
Right, but except in the ACC and not in the National Football League.
That's fair.
But that being said, going to Notre Dame, a Notre Dame team that doesn't have a lot going on this year. I know this is where you and I differ, everybody, to where your stock answer is, Clemson will win, Notre Dame sucks. That's always a stock answer. Notre Dame sucks. What do I always say? Each college sport game is in a vacuum. Mm-hmm. It's a night game. It's at South Bend. This is Notre Dame's college football championship. They're college kids. Uiagalelei benched. There are a lot of warning signs with Clemson. So, I believe I have to stay consistent and see it out. I said 5 weeks ago, I said no way they go through this. I still believe it.
I'm telling you though, that kid behind Uiagalelei, he's gonna be a Heisman winner.
And that very well could be, but I just don't see it. They still got South Carolina coming in, who is ranked.
But if they go undefeated, they're in the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
100%.
That's where it is.
Yeah,
so,
you're right.
So again,
I just don't believe it.
What do you right? But you see more of Clemson running the table than you do Tennessee being undefeated.
Yes. Next question of the college football nickel package. I know neither of them are happening this year in all likeliness. Who will make a college football playoff first between these two stoic college football franchises, Texas or USC?
USC, because Texas is never going to make it.
And USC will go as a member of the Big Ten.
Yeah.
How's that?
Ooh.
Texas will never make it. So you could put...
They're going to the SEC, too.
Yeah, they're never going to make... And that was part of the logic.
That tone was awesome.
Never.
He went high tone on that one.
They will
Can I
never.
get that cut, please? They will never.
Texas will never go to the playoff.
Never.
They're going to come out of the SEC. You know how we were just talking about Alabama and Georgia and Tennessee? They got no shot. Never, ever.
What if they get Urban Meyer?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even Urban can't negotiate that. Not at Texas.
Fair.
No way. You could put any Ball State or Texas. I'll say Ball State's going to win the National Football Championship before Texas. Because Texas will never.
Never. That's tone. I love that tone. So how you feel on Texas? I think it's USC too.
Yeah.
I think it's USC. I think that building towards that, and I wouldn't be surprised if when the move comes to the Big Ten, that it makes it more power. Maybe that's the West Division team that is very good in the Big Ten.
Yeah. USC.
Represented the Big Ten West, finally, USC.
I never even thought about that, too. They'll have that cake path. Mm-hmm. Remember Big Bad? Remember last week when we were talking about Big Bad UCLA? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Who didn't see that coming, by the way?
They were a fraud for sure.
Yeah, 100%, man. God.
They have Michigan's cast-off running back, and everybody, like Charbonnet. I think he's still over there at UCLA. But next up, final question of the college football nickel package. Who will be a better professional quarterback? Hendon Hooker or Will Levis?
Will Levis, and I got to caution myself even when I say this, because every time I sit down and watch Will Levis, do I say, all right, let's sit down and let's get a look. Every time I sit down, I get Justin Herbert at Oregon vibes.
Yeah.
Every time I watch him, I just walk away going,
what did I just see?
What is it with this?
Yeah.
Am I missing? Am I missing something? I just don't see it with this guy. Now, I said that about Herbert.
Everybody loves Will Levis, though, like Lions fans at least.
And I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. That could be the case. But I just don't see it with Will Levis. So, keeping in my Texas reasoning, I don't see it with Will Levis, so it's got to be Hendon Hooker, right?
Yeah, it could be more consistent. You know, you like to look at the SEC guys, look at where they both played. You know, competition. So I would lean more of Hooker, but yeah, the Levis does give you those vibes, and it seems that you like him or you don't.
Hooker's going to be 26 too, like next year. So.
Oh, Chris Wanky, baby.
Yeah, Brandon Whedon 2.0. But that was the college football nickel package.
I like it, man. I like it. Those are good, man.
Those are fun. Yeah.
Those are good.
Quick hitters, keeps everybody on point. Chat gets into it. It's a lot of fun.
People tell me that I have Michigan level hate for Texas.
Yeah, I think you hate Texas more than you hate Michigan.
No, you don't.
I don't hate them.
You don't hate Michigan. You hate Texas.
Yeah, and I don't hate Texas.
No,
it's
They're
my
a joke. Yeah.
Give me the case.
Colt McCoy.
Present the case. Present the case for me.
Yeah.
How is Texas going to be good going into the SEC? Give me the path. You can't. And I always got to hear about them every year.
Mm-hmm.
We're back, and if Texas isn't saying it, the media's saying it. And somebody's always saying it. You know who never does it? Texas.
And how soft is the NCAA for banning the horns down? Like, you can't do the horns down during the game, or you'll get flagged for it.
Really? They banned it?
They banned it.
I did not know they banned that.
You cannot do horns down to Texas players during a game, or you'll get flagged for it.
Wow.
Soft. Ridiculous. Yeah. That's one of the best things ever. Like, imagine getting a pick six versus Texas and not being able to do it.
Oh, you got run by the quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. Not being able to do that's soft.
Let me tell you what's not soft. Loaded fries and burgers at Big Boy for a limited time only. They are out there for you at your local Big Boy location. It's not just a Slim Jim. It's the Big Jim. The chili cheese burger is such a tease. Guess what else is new? It's the bacon blue. You got to upgrade the fries. Why would you go through all this and not upgrade the fries, everybody? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. Satisfy your taste buds at Big Boy.
Burgers and fries.
Woodward Sports is giving you another chance to sit front row. This time at the Detroit versus Green Bay game. Think you have the best Dan Campbell impression?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Can you say man with the best of them?
I got it. Here's what I need, man. I need you to trust me. I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. I swear to you.
Can you say, let's go for it on 4th down?
Man, I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man.
Are you a master motivator?
That's all I think about is you guys.
Show us in a video. Record your best Dan Campbell impression and post the video on Twitter or Instagram using hashtag #WoodwardFrontRow. We'll select the best 3 impersonations of Motor City Dan Campbell and send you and a guest front row. So knock the dust off the old sweatpants, light some kneecaps, and enter today. And as always, go Lions, man.
I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please.
I don't care if I got one toe, 2 butt cheeks, and a rock.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Okay. Let me tell you about Chili Peppers Tanning, where you can find the cleanest salons in the D, spotless, sanitized rooms, and trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club. Get all the best deals. They'll beat the competitors' prices by at least $5. Don't forget to pick up the Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Cal Tan, and Swedish Beauty lotions. Go to chilipepperstanning.com. The hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. They are your vitamin D headquarters. 27 locations and more on the way. It's Chili Peppers Tanning, y'all.
Chili Peppers Tan.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Darren McCarty, JB Smooth, Spencer Raxter as well. Red Wings in action tonight. We're going to get to Michigan State coming up in just a couple of minutes. It's kind of a first. We'll feel each other out on the Michigan State. This will be like kind of the first round of it. We'll get going as the week goes on. Red Wings tonight, home LCA against the Devils. D-Mac, they keep the point streak alive.
Yeah, no, these are the games. You mentioned it yesterday when you brought it up, Neal. What was that stat after 5 games being 3-0-2, right? 8th place in their division, which means this Eastern Conference we're talking about, we mentioned it earlier when you talked about the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC getting there and paying the taxes a little bit different. These are the games, when you look back that you have to have, and one of the things is that much more apparent is taking care of your home ice. Scotty Bowman used to say, right, we want to be 500 on the road and we want to be 750 at home, right? So whatever that means, that's going to make you a top of your division team. That puts you at 5 to 10 points or something like that, but at the top of your division. Now, do I expect that of the Wings? No. But it's the consistency of what we saw. You look at what they're looking to do after the home game on Sunday night, where, just like I said, it was 70-some degrees out, and that game was as easy breezy that you would draw it up. As a Red Wings fan, was never in doubt from the puck drop. The power play was going, the PK was going, a 5-1 game. Guys got into it. That's what you want. It's not going to be like that every night, right? This Tuesday game, but they have to come out and play the same way. You want to see the same effort, the 1-1-3, the 1-1-3, the 1-1-3. You want to see the consistency that they have going in the PK. You want to see the power play, which got 3 the other night, to keep with the opportunities, right? Because the one thing is they're scoring these power play goals, Neal, and the first one of the game that they got was a Perron power play goal to tie the game a few games ago at home. Right? It's timely. It's when you do it. So Nedeljkovic is in net tonight, his first start at home after just announcing that him and his girl are pregnant with a baby boy. So congratulations.
Congrats, Ned.
To Alex and stuff like that. So, task at hand. Game number 6. So you got to go out and play, and it doesn't get any easier. So if you're looking at through your conference, Neal, Jersey ain't a playoff team in your mind, so you need to take care of
they're in your building. And look, you know what, too? Ottawa, man. Keep an eye on the Ottawa Senators.
Ottawa's trying to do what you're doing. There's right to get into the playoff. Buffalo's the same way. The Buffaloes, Detroits, and the Ottawas are the 3 kids on the block that aren't supposed to be there. Right? They're supposed to be the bottom feeders in the East and stuff like that. And when they start putting there's no gimme game. It's Bettman hockey. Everything comes down to it. That's why at the end of the year, right, I just hope we're in the conversation that if we win, if we're talking right now and there's 2 games left and we go, if we win these 2 games, we're in the playoffs. To me, that's positive.
Right. It's just, again, and you're going to hear me say this, with this division and Ottawa's got it put together, I don't know if Buffalo is a quote-unquote real deal. Is this a bit of fugazi? If I had to assess odds to it, who's the biggest faker right now in the division? I think it will be Buffalo. But with all that being said, Ottawa's not. My guy DeBrinket's a bad man.
Here's the thing: other teams are calling you a faker right now,
and you were right.
So there you go. So it ain't anything about. It's about the system. It's about playing defensively. The one thing they have to improve on, Neal, is what we thought that. Adding Andrew Kopp and everything is puck possession, so face-off. So that's the little things that they're going to improve on and stuff like that. But, and again, right, don't forget, we're missing roughly 60 to 70 goals in the lineup without Veron and Bertuzzi. But you got different guys stepping up and putting different positions. Our boy Kubalik, I don't see him slowing down. Right? I just don't getting the opportunities. So, if I was going to bet, anytime scorer, I'd put Kubalik on there right now.
And that's the best part of it to me is we talk about bringing the guys in. Stevie brought in these vets. Stevie brought in legitimate NHL players. You look at the leading point scorers on this team, and it is all of them. It's Kubalik 1, Larkin is 2, and then it's Perron and Mata. These guys are doing what they brought them here
it's
to
wild,
do.
Isn't it?
It's amazing when you get a great GM and he brings in competent professionals and they actually do what they're supposed to do. It's an amazing
So
thing.
you mean to tell me that like the equivalent, they're not swinging and missing at 166 sliders out of the zone?
No, they're knocking down power play one-timers.
And here's the thing. You know who I got my eyeball on right now? Which is, this Michael Rasmussen coming into his own. Into the size. A lot of bigger guys as that third line centerman and stuff like that with the what are the redwoods? I think Mickey called them too. The redwoods and the Soderblom and Sundqvist and stuff like this. So when you look at it, when you lose two top scoring guys, usually other teams, if you watch their top guys go down, they got to call guys up for the minors. We haven't made any moves. That's also a good sign. Your boy Zadina, maybe he gets on the board tonight. One thing with him is he's got to play better away from the puck. So there's all these different things to be able to stay in this lineup. But what you're seeing, Neal, is guys got to earn their ice time, and guys are earning their ice time. And last thing, does anybody else really enjoy watching Ben Sherratt go out there and try to murder guys?
I love it. I love it.
Does anybody else that's my favorite? Like a spot shadow. I'll be down there tonight. Make sure if you're down, come to say hi to the mayor of Hockeytown. I'll be out around, but I'll be sitting there with the spot shadow on. Watching Sherratt just light guys up because he loves it.
It's so awesome to watch.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fun. You nailed it, Neal, when you said, I've seen what I need to see for this year.
Yep.
So let's use the Red Wings, and hopefully they'll give us that enjoyment that we've been missing, with the other teams.
Yeah.
Well, I have to go back to it, too, because, as I said, I saw what I needed to see, so I'm cool with that. So I just have to go back to it and look at next year, because, again, make the playoffs cool. If you don't, I'm all right with it. It is murderous. And I just go take a look, and I see that $40 million in cap space next year. Now, granted, that
that's
doesn't,
good, right?
Yeah, that doesn't include Larkin. Whatever Larkin
10,
takes out
so
of it.
that's 30.
10's a bit aggressive, but we'll have that discussion
Just
later.
give them 10
we'll
and
have that
be
discussion
quiet.
later.
You're gonna haggle over $500,000 a year over 5 or 6 years.
Okay,
$3 million.
five, cool. I got you.
If he keeps playing like he has so far this season, like not only a point a game, but defensively, he earns the 10.
See, because here's the thing. Well, then what do you got? So 7, and I'll always overpay because I'm a player, so I'm overpaying guys. Right? So we can argue all you want, but say Bertuzzi's your 7 or your 8 or 7, whatever it is. Even if he's not, what are you going to get in return if you move that guy, right? Because the value's right there. You're sure going to get more than $7 million worth of value out of him in a trade.
I love when we play this game. Mike G says if Lark gets 10, then Bert gets 6. Bert ain't taking 6, man.
Yeah, not a chance.
Yeah.
Right, and you still got 22, whatever you have enough to go after whoever you want, or maybe 2 of them.
Austin Matthews.
What about McDurdy in a few years?
We'll get that. We're going to get there. All I know is we can have those discussions.
Why not both?
Hey, you know what I was wondering before we chop this hockey subject? Hey, you know how we do the nickel packages for everything? I should do a 5-question hockey nickel package.
Yeah, we do.
I wondered if the people. I know we've already talked about it.
The 5-on-3. We'll do a weekly 5-on-3 on Wednesdays. How about tomorrow?
Wednesday. So let's see what are the people throw a like in there if you. For sure, that's good.
Yeah, we'll do a 5-on-3 every Wednesday.
My 5.
Yeah, D-Max 5. I like this. This will be kind of cool. Oh, by the way, 24-25. I believe that Matthew's got one more year left on his deal after this year, right? I believe.
Mike G, no. Sorry, Mike G, no. I don't care if Marchand is available.
Now he's just appeasing Tammy.
Yeah.
What do you? Tammy's not gonna buy you like she buys me from Aunt Jackie M&M's, Mike. So don't worry about that.
I will say this: in 24-25, there's $64.5 million in cap space there, and that is, I believe, that's Matthews' walk year. I'm just saying, Connor McDavid, that Edmonton could run its course by then, although it wasn't last night when they had 26 shots in the second period and scored 4 goals against Pittsburgh. Just a wave. just an all-out wave happen.
Yeah.
Michigan State, when we come back, if you're wondering what the line will be for that game, slide over to oddstrader.com. They're the #1 site for all of your game day betting activity. Play-by-play updates, live scores, the best price on every game. From multiple sports books, you can customize the list. You can line it up with the accounts that you have. That way, you don't have to sit there and be fumbling around and opening apps and closing apps and doing all that kind of stuff. It's all right there in front of you. Go to oddstrader.com right now. Find your best bet.
Wednesday, all 3 shows will be live from Planet Fitness in Madison Heights on 18 and Ryan. Come check it out. You can get Lions tickets, Michigan tickets, also maybe a signed jersey by Darren McCarty, or even the man himself, Braylon Edwards' #1 Michigan jersey. Come out, have fun. Member Appreciation Week. We're going to have a great time. Be there or be square.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Swiss Insurance Group and their employees are heavily involved in their community. It is very rewarding, but comes with great responsibility. If you sit on a local youth sports board, homeowners association, or a volunteer coach, directors and officers insurance is a must. Make sure the kids' parents and volunteers are protected. Call Swiss Insurance today.
Not ham and Swiss. Swiss Insurance. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, JB Smoove, Spencer Raxter back with you. And happy to have you along for the ride. It is Michigan State Week, WoodwardSports.com. Chad, Thread, Mike G. Neal. Why do you hate the center of the universe in the University of Michigan? It's like hating air in water.
See, that's why people hate it. Because comments like that.
Yeah, well, again, like,
I hate that.
I don't hate, like, can we set the record straight on this as we get into this Michigan State thing? I don't hate Michigan.
I do.
Spencer does. And that's you live your life.
Yes.
I don't hate Michigan. A very, very good friend of mine is an assistant coach for the University of Michigan basketball team. Yeah. Very good friend of mine. I want him to succeed.
3 of my siblings graduated from Michigan. I hate Michigan.
Okay. That's fair.
But that's why you're Danny's favorite.
Yeah.
Danny Roxter's favorite son.
Yeah.
Benny.
I want to do like a question for question thing about Michigan State.
Okay.
So, again, the Michigan fans ask a question, the Michigan State fans ask a question, because I want it out. Like, I want the answers to these things.
Yes.
This whole Michigan football thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone gets mad when I say it, and I don't understand why. They have won a half a national title since there were world wars. Like, that's not a. You can say it's a tone thing.
Was
no,
a
you
great
can say
you for the Wolverines and for the Red
you can
Wings.
say it's a tone thing.
It.
You know, we can associate all these things with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my point, though. That backs up into that comment about, you know, the center of the universe, the most wins in college football. Yeah, when there were world wars, they were great.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
You're more of a what have you done for me lately?
And when I say lately, I mean within, like,
30 years?
50 years.
Since world wars. You know what I'm saying? Because everything you say about Michigan, here's what I don't understand as a neutral, because I'm neutral in this. Everything that you guys say about Michigan, like Michigan fans, Michigan State fans can say the same thing. You guys had a run in the 60s.
We did.
World wars were wrapped up by then.
Great run.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. So help me. That's my one question.
I don't know. It's either, I don't know. It's the hubris. It's the arrogance. it is what it is. I'm going to accept it.
See, here's my view, because I'm Canadian. I mean, I cheer for all Michigan teams and stuff like that. I told you about my feelings, so whoever I choose this one, if that person's in the room, then I'm cheering for the Sparties. But we know this year, like watching this, is that I don't hear the arrogance as much of what a pounding Michigan's going to give to them, and
they do see more business like this year.
That's what I mean. And here's the thing: you want to take stats or records. When does Michigan State beat Michigan? When they have an 8-win team. They don't have an 8-win team, so you don't have anything to worry about going to the big house. I was there in 15. It was one of my last drinking excursions. Was the fumble punt,
trouble with the snap,
yeah. Whatever like that.
I was there too.
I was to whatever else, but there's
Great
a vibe,
day.
and I think it's more of the business like, and I think Jim Harbaugh and his team is more business like, right? I mean, I just listened. If anybody heard his interview,
the James Franklin experience, yeah.
No, but his interview is but just to the far about talking about Michigan State, and he's like they're good. He gave it the whole Melba-toast answer about they're a good team, they play hard, like this and whatever, like this. That it showed me he's focused, Jim Harbaugh, on his team,
Yeah.
not about what's going on to them. But about his team, and that's what I like. That's the maturation that we got to give Jim Harbaugh as a coach and coaching this team and this player. So I hear it differently. I see it differently. I got this game literally like 38-13. I know Vegas has it 3+ scores and stuff like that. And I really think that all things considered and going out, Michigan State's going to play hard. They're probably going to play the best game of the year, and it's not going to matter.
Yes. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Tony Fiegel says, and Michigan State, here's my other question. Michigan State hasn't won anything since 1966. Boil this down, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong. Michigan State's done everything Michigan's done.
Yes.
In today's day and age. Mm-hmm. And you guys understand what I mean, today's day and age. They've gotten to the playoff. They've won conference championships. They've won a Rolls. They've done everything that Michigan's done. See, that's what I don't understand. Like this level of eliteness about it. That drives it more than anything else. See, guys, I'm just talking real with you. This is what goes through my head when I have these questions. Brandon Katz says the standard for success of Michigan isn't winning national titles. It's winning 10, 11 games and winning conference titles. Michigan's won more conference titles than any team in the country. Again, though, you're going back to World War times when you do this stuff. I prefer to live since there's been face masks on helmets.
Yes.
You know, like that's it.
Since black people can play.
I'm going internet.
Yeah, since black people were allowed to play. You know, small things like that.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what it is. I want Michigan fans to ask the question of Michigan State fans. Like, what's the question that you want to know? Chuck Brewer says, what does it have to do with this year? Chuck, we're laying the groundwork right now. The key to having a conversation is to have a baseline understanding of all the parties involved in said conversation, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel we can gain more ground?
This year, I have no problem with their arguments this year. I have no problem with that, saying we're going to go out there and smack you. We're going to do this. Because they are. It's true. You're going to win. It's probably going to be ugly. And you are a better team. You are a team that can compete for a college football playoff. But yeah, like you said, when they do all that other stuff, that gets under me.
Well, that's the whole thing, right? Whether you have siblings or you don't, and you know what? I will use that little brother sort of analogy, but it doesn't matter what is done. You can't change the age, right? We've been around here longer. We know better. We're better than. It's always that way, and there's that thing on the side. I guess my question to you, as a Sparty fan, what are you looking for from your team? Obviously, absolutely. Disaster of a year, of a season. The fact I have read in the chat for the whole show is like, why doesn't Mel Tucker get yelled at? And why doesn't it? Because he's done things in the past. He's earned himself this sort of reprieve. But my question is, what do you look for out of your team to know, right?
Yeah.
You think they're going to get beat? You think that you're going to go out and you're going to play hard? But what do you want to see from this Sparty side?
I want to see them play with a pulse. I want to see them play like they play in Michigan games. I want to see them go out there and fight. And I want to see them use their big-bodied receivers. I want to see Keon Coleman get 7, 8, 9, 10 balls thrown his way. I want to see Jaden Reed stretch the field. I want to see 4 deep shots to Jaden Reed in a half. That's what we need to do. If we're going to go out there, and again, I don't expect this to happen. I don't expect us to win. But if we want to think that we're going to at least stay in the game, we need explosive plays. Because Michigan is going to run the ball down our throats, and they're going to do what they did against Penn State and go out there and take the ball down the field on every possession. So we need to score and score fast and score touchdowns. Because if there's been one thing about the MSU defense that has been good, it's their goal line defense. Like, their goal line stands have been impressive. Every game, they have multiple goal line stands where they go 4 plays and they stop them from the 1. So if we can do that once or twice and force Michigan to kick a field goal and we're hitting big plays down the field, that is a recipe for success. I don't think it's going to happen, but we need big plays and turnovers if Michigan State expects to do anything in this game.
Neal, just real quick, does this game remind you of any in the recent past, the past 15, 20 years of going into
Only
this?
the ones that have been very bad for Michigan State.
Okay.
You know what I don't see a path. You know, and you look at Michigan should be able to run the ball pretty much at will. You know what's funny though? Like, everybody keeps talking about that and how Corum and Edwards will have 400 yards rushing. See, I think this is where they're going to let McCarthy spin.
Yeah, shouldn't they?
No.
I
think they are. I truly think
secondary?
they are.
I think they can. Our rushing defense is decent. It's like Slade with Barrow and Slade healthy now. They are good up the middle. Yeah.
Well, but
it's still Michigan's offensive line is different.
No, 100%. I think this will be the game that McCarthy throws for like 370 and like 3 touchdowns, and then I'll have to hear about how he's in the Heisman race again and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have the feeling that J.J. McCarthy is going to spin at this game.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised, but if I was Jim Harbaugh, I would run the ball 45 times because they can win doing that, and I would keep everything that I have about J.J. McCarthy's passing game, keep that in my pocket until I play Ohio State. That's what I would do. Because this game, if I'm Jim Harbaugh, does not concern me. We can go out there with our B team, with our B effort, run the ball 50 times, and win by 15 points.
But here's the question, right? Do you not want to do a rehearsal of what you want to do, even if, sometimes I think it's like, I'm going to hide this play and save this play. You still got to execute it. And if you don't run it before or let them throw it downfield, I almost do it because I would do it for the opposite, to put something else in Ohio State's head of.
That's what they did last year with Donovan Edwards catching the ball out of the backfield. They definitely did that last year, and it made Ohio State pay way too much attention to dumping the ball off to Donovan Edwards, and they just ate him up.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see, man.
They got to play the game. We'll see. I swear, man. We're gonna see how that game goes out. Until then, the Woodward front row. Yes, win front row tickets to see the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers at Ford Field. So this is what you got to do, man. To enter, you got to record a video doing your best Dan Campbell impression. I swear to you, man. I swear. You post it on IG or Twitter with the hashtag Woodward front row. Make sure you're following Woodward Sports. Hey, man, we're gonna select 3 different pairs of winners. Yeah, man, you're going to get 2 tickets each. Oh, you better get in. I swear. We're going to do the drawing on November 4th, man. You better be in. Tell them Woodward Sports we sent you.
The biggest rivalry in the state is almost here. That means one thing, the biggest tailgate party in the state. Join Woodward Sports for our tailgate takeover before the U of M versus State game on October 29th. Will Harbaugh and the boys pull out the win? Or is Tuck still coming? We will find out at the Big House. Michigan legend Braylon Edwards will be handing out food, prizes, and much more. So no matter what team you root for, come party with the network that does it best. The Woodward Sports Network. The tailgate takeover, powered by Custom Health Centers, Syntron, and Planet Fitness.
Woodward Sports, you see the name!
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi.
With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Neal Ruhl here for Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. You can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that's always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. They always have tons of equipment available, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes with a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of this for just $10 a month for access to your home club. Join today in club. You'll pass a couple on the way home, or go to planetfitness.com. We will be live from Planet Fitness tomorrow, everybody. That's right, tomorrow, right? Yes, yep. Tomorrow. From Planet Fitness and Ryan Road in Sterling Heights. You can win prizes out there, everybody. Michigan State tickets. Spence doesn't want them, but I'm sure a Michigan fan does.
I definitely don't want. I'll sell them.
1 year free Black Card membership included with your Michigan State tickets. Signed Darren McCarty jersey. Signed Braylon Edwards jersey. All up for grabs tomorrow. Ryan Road, Planet Fitness in Sterling Heights. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Where your fitness is essential.
Back at it. Final segment of the show. Big D Energy. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, JB Smoove, Spencer Raxter here talking Michigan State. Just kind of wrapping up that discussion. Mike G says this game will be a war. Trust me. See, I'm not buying that from Michigan fans.
No.
Like, if you guys are what you think that you are, or what you say that you are, you should stomp this team out. The way Ohio State stomped them out. That's what I don't want to hear about rivalries and stuff like that. If you're that good, that's what you'll do. Like, you're not getting out in front of that. Because look, I will say this: Michigan State's in a no-lose situation this weekend. That is the one thing I think that you guys have going for you in this game. You got nothing to lose. If you get cooked, you are going to get cooked anyway.
That's fair.
And you've won enough over the last 2 decades to, in my mind anyway, you're still of equal footing with Michigan when it comes to football. That's just what the numbers say. You guys got nothing to lose this weekend. If you're Michigan, if you're a good football team, you'll blow out a bad team.
Fact.
Is that fair?
Yes.
I think that's fair. Is that fair, D-Mac?
That's fair.
If you're a good team.
It should be. You should be able to cover 3 scores. You should have that game in hand. You're at home. Everything you're supposed to be. This in the tenure of where Harbaugh is. Yeah, this is set up. And like you said, the business-like approach of the Wolverine fans, the fact that I don't see everybody chirping and jumping off is that maybe they're learning a bit. But like you said, Spencer, you expect them to go out there and sort of hand it to them because I legitimately think that they have a shot to be in the national championship chase, the Final Four. Like, they are one of the better teams and one of the best teams, in my opinion, in the country right now. So go out and prove it.
And see, I'm not there yet because I haven't seen a test. I've seen an 11-game exhibition schedule.
And I'm going by process of elimination of everybody else. I'm knocking teams down, right, in my mind.
So teams that actually played.
I booted Alabama out of the thing, in my mind, right?
So D-Mac, if you had to bet your house on it, if Michigan played Alabama, who you betting your house on right now?
For sure.
Well, it depends what the line is.
No. Money line.
But that's not what it is. I don't think Bama's winning the championship. Yeah.
If Bama played Michigan right now, who would you bet your life on?
And where are they playing?
Neutral site.
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
I can't go all that way, but I don't think that Bama, I think Bama's done. I think it's a wounded animal. Like, that's just what I've seen, in my opinion. But that could be absolutely wrong, and there's Nick Saban hoisting the trophy again. Shame on me.
Yeah, it's just I think we forget, right? Because we get caught up in this with the polls and all that kind of stuff. If they laced them up and they played in Indianapolis.
Well, the way that Alabama's defense is that, it's closer than you think, Neal. And you know what? Maybe I'm after what Michigan does. Ask me this after this weekend. Ask me next week because I got to see.
Nothing's going to change. I'm staying consistent with everything. They got a 10-game exhibition schedule.
Well,
that's what it is.
Right.
Who they play next week?
I don't even know. Let me find out.
About time to play Rutgers or something, isn't it?
Probably.
Illinois. then I'll have to hear about how the Illinois game's
Trap
a big
game.
Yeah, that's what I'll have to hear. So, you know.
Yeah, it's cool when Clemson.
It
does
is Rutgers.
No, of course it is. Of course it is.
Rutgers, Nebraska, Illinois.
Nebraska.
Yeah. Scott Frostless, Nebraska.
Wow, dude. Again, they don't even have to beat anybody to go to the Rose Bowl.
No.
They don't.
They don't.
Okay,
They might
good.
not have to beat anybody to go to the CFP. Like if they, no, because like I said, I think there's going to be 3 one-loss SEC teams. A one-loss Big Ten team doesn't get in.
It all depends.
It all depends.
It all depends. If the Ohio State game is close, Michigan still got a shot.
Not if all 3 SEC teams have one loss.
They still got a shot.
Because then it'd be Clemson, Ohio State, SEC champion, and another one-loss SEC team.
Okay.
We all see.
Yeah.
Okay.
See everybody. Come say hi down at LCA if you're down there tonight.
LCA tonight for DMAC tomorrow. We are live at Planet Fitness in Sterling Heights on Ryan Road. For DMAC, for Spend Mo Racks, for JB Smooth, my name is Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping in to Big D Energy on the Woodward Sports Network.
Deuces.